Imagine rolling through hostile territory in a Humvee. Dust kicks up behind you. Then suddenly, contact. In that split second, there's only one weapon you want mounted on your vehicle, the M2.50 caliber machine gun, Ma Deuce. This weapon has been bolted to everything from World War II Jeeps to modern MRAPs for 100 years. And it's still the king of vehicle-mounted firepower. Not because militaries are stuck in the past, but because nothing else delivers this combination of power, reliability, and reach. How did a century-old design become the ultimate vehicle gun? Let's find out. The story begins in World War I. Machine guns like the Maxim and Vickers had already made infantry warfare devastating. Then tanks appeared, rumbling across no man's land, and aircraft filled the skies. Suddenly, rifle-caliber machine guns weren't enough. The U.S. Army needed a weapon that could punch through armor and reach aircraft. They turned to John Moses Browning, the legendary designer behind the 1911 pistol and M1917 machine gun. By 1918, Browning had created something revolutionary. He scaled up his water-cooled design and chambered it in a brand-new cartridge, the .50 BMG Browning machine gun. This half-inch round was inspired by the German 13.2mm anti-tank cartridge and designed specifically to defeat armor. World War I ended before the M2 saw combat, but the Army kept refining it through the 1920s. They made it air-cooled and belt-fed. By 1933, it was officially adopted as the M2 Browning .50 caliber machine gun. When World War II erupted, Ma Deuce proved its worth. Mounted on jeeps racing across Europe, on Sherman tanks in Africa, on B-17 bombers at 25,000 feet, on PT boats in the Pacific. Browning had died in 1926, but his creation was reshaping warfare. The .50 BMG cartridge is the heart of Ma Deuce's power. Each round measures 5.45 inches long with a bullet weighing between 600 and 800 grains. It travels at nearly 3,000 feet per second, delivering over 13,000 joules of energy per shot. To put that in perspective, a standard 5.56 NATO round produces about 1,700 joules. The 50 cal has 8 times that energy. It doesn't just penetrate targets, it obliterates them. This makes it perfect for vehicle-mounted operations. It tears through brick walls, concrete barriers, and engine blocks from almost 2 kilometers away. Light armor stands no chance. The ammunition variety multiplies its effectiveness. Ball rounds for general use, armor-piercing rounds with hardened cores for vehicles, incendiary rounds that ignite fuel tanks, tracer rounds for night operations, and armor-piercing incendiary tracers that combine penetration with fire-starting capability in a single devastating package. The design itself is brilliantly simple. The M2 uses a recoil operation. When a round fires, the recoil energy pushes the bolt backward, ejecting the spent casing and feeding the next round from the belt. A spring drives the bolt forward, chambering the new round. The cycle repeats automatically at 450 to 600 rounds per minute. Fewer moving parts mean fewer failures. This matters enormously on vehicles bouncing through combat zones. Soldiers have used Ma Deuce in Pacific jungles, European winters, Korean mountains, and Iraqi deserts. It keeps firing when other weapons fail. The adaptability is crucial. The same M2 works on a pintle mount on a Humvee, a coaxial mount on a tank, a flex mount in a helicopter or a naval vessel. One weapon, dozens of platforms. Some believe the M2 is outdated, that newer weapons must be superior simply because they're newer. This misses the point entirely. The M2 hasn't remained in service because militaries are lazy or traditional. It's remained because no replacement offers a better combination of power, reliability, versatility, and established logistics. Other heavy machine guns exist: the Soviet D-SHK, the Russian Cord, the Belgian FNM-3M. Some are lighter, some have higher fire rates, but none match the complete package for vehicle mounting. Others think the 50 caliber is only effective against soft targets. Combat experience proves otherwise. In Iraq and Afghanistan, M2's regularly disabled vehicle engines penetrated fortified positions and engaged light armor. The variety of ammunition types allows it to handle nearly any threat a vehicle crew encounters. There's also a misconception that modern remote weapon stations have replaced the need for the M2. In reality, most remote weapon stations mount the M2 as their primary armament. The technology changed how gunners operate the weapon, not which weapon they operate. In World War II, Jeeps mounting M2s became mobile fire support platforms across Europe and the Pacific. Tanks used them as secondary weapons against infantry and aircraft. B-17 bombers carried 13 of them, and countless bomber crews credited these guns with saving their lives against swarms of enemy fighters. Korea brought vehicle-mounted M2s into mountainous warfare. On trucks and jeeps, they provided mobile firepower that could hold back enemy advances even when outnumbered. The range advantage was decisive in the long valleys and ridges of Korean terrain. Vietnam transformed how militaries used vehicle-mounted Ma Deuces. Helicopters became gun platforms. Hueys and Cobras mounted them for close air support. River patrol boats carried twin M2s to fight ambushes from the jungle. Gun trucks, up-armored cargo vehicles bristling with 50 cals, became legendary convoy defenders. The Middle East conflicts cemented Ma Deuce's reputation. In Iraq and Afghanistan, the 50 cal on a Humvee became the iconic image of American military power. Convoys rolled through hostile territory with gunners manning their M2s, ready to engage threats instantly. In ambushes, the M2 often meant the difference between survival and disaster. Insurgents learned that when Ma Deuce opened up, standard cover wasn't enough. Walls crumbled, vehicles burned. The effective range meant vehicle crews could engage threats before they got close enough to use RPGs effectively. Even MRAP vehicles designed with the latest armor technology to survive IEDs still mount Ma Deuce as their primary weapon. After decades of innovation, nothing matches its combination of reach, power, and reliability. The psychological impact matters too. The sound of Ma Deuce is unlike anything else. It doesn't crack like a rifle or chatter like a light machine gun. It booms. Deep chest-rattling booms that carry for miles. Veterans describe it as the most comforting sound when it's on your side and pure terror when it's not. In 2010, the Army introduced the M2A1 upgrade, addressing the main complaint about vehicle operations. The old system required adjusting headspace and timing whenever you changed barrels. Under fire, this was dangerous and time-consuming. The M2A1's quick-change barrel system solved this. Remove the old barrel, slide in the new one, lock it down. Done. The upgrade added flash suppressors for night operations, improved safety features, and ergonomic refinements. But the core design remained unchanged. Same .50 BMG, same recoil operation, same devastating effectiveness. Over 100 countries use the M2 or local variants. The U.S. military alone has millions of them, supported by billions of rounds of .50 BMG ammunition. The entire logistics infrastructure is built around it. Every mechanic knows its maintenance. Every armorer knows its repairs. Every vehicle platform has mounting systems designed for it. Replacing Ma Deuce would require astronomical costs, retraining entire armies, and redesigning countless vehicles. For what gain? No alternative has proven superior across every category that matters on the battlefield. The M2 has served longer than any other crew-served weapon in history. It has been mounted on more vehicle types than any other weapon. It has fought in more wars, on more continents, in more conditions than seems possible for a mechanical device. Will future technology eventually replace it? Almost certainly. Lighter weapons with similar performance are emerging. Remote weapon stations improve crew protection. Autocannons with programmable ammunition are being tested. Drones might change vehicle warfare entirely. But even when Ma Deuce retires from frontline service, its legacy is permanent. Few weapons in history have served with such distinction for so long. Fewer still have inspired the same level of respect from those who used it and fear from those who faced it. The M2 belongs in the pantheon with the AK-47 and the 1911 pistol. Weapons that didn't just serve militaries, but reshaped how wars are fought. weapons that proved brilliant design transcends time. From Jeeps in Normandy to MRAPs in Fallujah, Ma Deuce has been there. Mounted on vehicles, protecting crews, dominating battlefields for 100 years. It's more than a machine gun. It's proof that when you build something right, it endures. What do you think? Will anything ever truly replace the M2 as the ultimate vehicle-mounted weapon? Drop your answer in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into the weapons that changed warfare.